Okay, I hope all you noobs enjoyed the 4th. A few things have happened in gaming over the last couple of weeks, and I started streaming again after 4 years of a hiatus. GTA 6 released, and the price is pretty astounding. Scalpers are trying their best at pulling bullshit to drum up fear that GTA 6 is going to sell out. You idiot. It's a digital copy. Where do these people get off, man? Battlefield 6 dropped a controversial update, patch, adjustment, nerf, buff, call it what you want, and it kind of changed the game a little bit. Some people are crying, while others believe that it's the best thing that's happened to the game in a while, pretty much since launch. Tarkov got another patch, and there's another one coming. The event that had everybody ready to fight Nikita on sight, well, that one's over, so we can move on. And Gray Zone, well, it got another update too. And it adjusted the guns, and now there's Twitch drops out. Honestly, that's why I'm streaming the game. The roadmap for Gray Zone, that's why I'm here today. I wanted to make a few points about all these real fast, and just as a reference, and my personal views about these games. So stay strapped or get clapped, especially in Minnesota, or anywhere the foreigners are trying to take over. Yeah, that's happening. All right, let's get into it. GTA 6 release. Now, I'm not happy about this. Well, I haven't been happy about it since GTA 3, really. The console first, PC second is frustrating and personally alienates the top tier performance in gaming, the PC. Now, I was looking forward to it possibly being pre-ordered, but now I may not even buy it at all. I would be accommodating if it was like a month or two, but a year or more? Am I confused? I don't know what's going on with this studio and why they would release it to console only without an exclusive tag like, God of War or Halo. And for them to wait a year or more acting like they're blessing PC players with the game. No, we bless you with our time and our money. So for me, I'm out and I'm not going to buy the game. Even if it's given to me, I might play it. But as for now, nope, nada, nothing. Off is the general direction in which I wish you would fuck. But it's not like it's going to hurt them in any capacity, really. Just in pre-orders alone, they are set to blow Battlefield 6 completely out of the water. Pun intended. Estimates of some 50 million pre-orders already, equating to roughly $4 billion in revenue globally. Now, if this is confirmed, this is going to be absolutely insane. But we're going to have to wait until the investor calls come out. Battlefield 6 update, patch 1.3.3.0. What is up with these point? Anyway, the gunplay got a major overhaul, and I'm personally kind of indifferent about it. I don't really care either way. It was fine before, but TTK seemed a little long to me, but hey, it's me. Now, I'm not a competitive Battlefield player. I'm not competitive in gaming at all anymore, really. It's just for fun, not for sweating over. But if sweating in a video game is your thing, you might be in the wrong place. Now, I like playing Battlefield 6 specifically on casual breakthrough, and will occasionally play other modes from time to time. I've said it before, and I'll say it again now. It's a movement game with guns, and it's just meh to me. Average. It's very mid. Anyway, I don't hate it, but I'm not saying it's the greatest thing since sliced bread either. I will say that the free-to-play weekends have brought some fans in and made others leave before the match was even over. Yeah, rage quitting is a thing. I have yet to see balancing in the matches on specific maps, which I don't believe will ever come. And if you want to know exactly what I'm talking about the balancing between defense and offense, specifically on breakthrough and other modes. But one thing is for certain, naval battles should be epic, and the large-scale maps and fights should be very, very interesting to see. If you think the armor in the game is impossible to kill now, just wait until the Navy ships show up. The new wet work event has people loving the new random mission while in-game mechanic, and it adds to the game, in my opinion. But it needs to be in every mode. Adding it to casual breakthrough, hell, add it to all modes. Speaking of casual RedSec is now out, but I seriously doubt that casuals will be in there. I think it's going to be more filled with trolls and sweats. They're going to be in there recording for content, or just to be douchebags. One of the two. Tarkov. Anyone still looking for silver badges? I hope not, because that event ended a while ago. Pretty much slowed down playing Tarkov due to the AI getting to the point where solo PvE is damn near unplayable now. Head and eyes. If you know, you know. And I found Gray Zone and Incursion Red River more fun as the AI are beefed up to the point that solo play is just about useless. Regardless of my personal opinion, the new map, Icebreaker, is awesome. Team play is absolutely required, in my honest opinion. Just bring the right mask and the right grenades with you, and you'll be fine-ish. In other announcements, Tarkov announced seasonal wipes for the PvP side of Tarkov anyway. The PvE accounts, well, they'll just remain persistent. This creates a two-tier play system for those that previously enjoyed the wipe mechanic and those who don't have any time to invest in restarting. This wipe mechanic should occur every 6 months at current with seasonal characters, which will get to experience the full wipe effect, starting from scratch with unique seasonal modifiers, quests, and RPG-style perks. These characters compete only against other seasonal characters on separate servers, so you won't be combining for trolling purposes. Some of you know what I'm talking about. This helps the wipe players as they don't get trolled by people who already have perks from a fully loaded hideout. Now, if we can just get Nikita to relax the goons, Tagilla, he has that AI cranked to I hate the player base level. Cord Breach Season 1, which is starting all this, is in mid-July, and it introduces the new wipe system, but only for seasonal characters. Main characters remain untouched. And again, only for the PvP side. No seasonal PvE has been announced. You know why? Because Nikita fucking hates you. That's why. And before I get into Gray Zone, leave a like, sub, and comment your expectations for these titles in the comment section below. Now, on to the reason for the video in the first place. Gray Zone Warfare released the 0.4 update and made some changes to the gunplay. Now, on first glance and play, nothing seemed changed, and the play seems on par for the Gray Zone experience. Mortars, on the other hand, have had a little bit larger explosion radius. Not true to the 120mm mortar, but they're getting there. The time of flight is still a little off in my opinion, but it is an area effect weapon designed to suppress the enemy or do massive damage to structures and vehicles. Hell, anything in the open, really. They added some 100 plus tasks and replayable task loops, 8 new weapons, and 380 plus weapon parts, over 100 pieces of gear, AI updates, all kinds of stuff came in. They have new faction bosses. Now this is over the total and whole of the 0.4 experience. I'm not specifically speaking on like 0.4 or 0.3 or 0.2 or 0.5 or 0.6, which those are incoming. Update 4.4 included the patch for the Fort Nerith door exploit. Remember the ops room? If you went up to the roof and jumped down onto the 2 balconies or the 2 other pieces of roof, you could go into that side window and get into the ops room because the door was left unlocked until that front door was opened. You know, they fixed that. Now it's permanently locked and you have to farm the boss to hopefully get that very rare drop key that he has every once in a while. Don't be so sure that you're going to get one because just about every time I've gone there, that door's been opened and already looted heavily. So good luck. Stability issues were addressed and I personally haven't really experienced too many stability issues. It is a pre-alpha release, so I don't expect perfection. But I will say this, ever since DLSS 4.5 has come out, I have noticed some rubber banding in the VRAM area. The little icon for VRAM is popping up a lot more frequently, especially if I have OBS running or if I have something else running on the other screen. Now, for those that have the 50 series cards, you can increase your frame generation up to ×6 now. That's part of the DLSS 4.5. Now, if they move all the way up to DLSS 5, we'll see what happens going into the future, but that's more AI generation things. And I think that's pretty exclusive to the 60 series cards. Don't think that's going to be part of the 50 series, but it's NVIDIA, so who knows what they've got up their sleeve. Now, the map has even more locations to explore and enemies to eliminate, or sneak by if full-on engagement is not your thing. I don't know why you're playing it if you're not going to engage, but hey, you know, to each his own. The things that I am most interested in the current roadmap, provided that they don't adjust it again, is medical mechanics. Now, I can see a deeper use of this asset in the future, although I'm not exactly sure what they intend to do, but the medical capacity of the game is very interesting to me, and I like to see how they would address it. I would prefer a slower bleed out so that the menu usage can be navigated in time, such as maybe a 1 or 2 second pause while you look in your menu, but not more than that, because somebody will use it and just sit there and wait forever until a buddy comes and gets them, or they figure out what they're doing. CPU and RAM reduction. I've noticed that GZW uses an astronomical amount of resources, so any streamlining here is greatly appreciated. Like I said earlier, the VRAM rubber banding. Story and lore. The updates to the story of Lemong and its reason for its being there in the first place, I'm really kind of preparing for this. I like the lore and story of this game. Not that I dive deep into it, but maybe I should. And maybe you guys would watch more if I dove deep into the lore of Le Mans. But they haven't really released a whole lot. And honestly, I don't know what they fully intend, but it's going to be interesting. But if you want to see more vids on it, let me know. Tell me in the comments section. I'll do a deep dive into the lore of Le Mans. Ground Zero, you know, the big red eyesore in the middle of the map. It's getting a story and some tasks to understand what happened here and why the PMCs are here in the first place. And what exactly are we fighting for control of? The future will be unfolded before us, hopefully. And a nugget here or there, I would appreciate. But I would really prefer to see the full story released with version 1. Well, that does it for this week. What are you expecting from Gray Zone or any of the other games that I mentioned here today? I personally, well, I'm excited for Gray Zone over the rest, but Battlefield 6 is starting to tighten up and has a very bright roadmap laid out. But that's an arcade shooter, and although I play it, I'm way more interested and enticed by what Madfinger has going on. Again, thanks for watching this far, and please help me out by leaving a like, sub if you want more from the noob, share if you feel so inclined. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, even if it's to tell me to F off. No thin skin here. Have at it. All right, noobs. Be good, or be good at it. I'm out of here.